Second graders, today what we're going to do is we're going to practice how to solve one-step word problems using the picture strategy. When we are thinking about solving one-step word problems, our learning target, think about, can you solve one-step word problems? So if you're able to solve one-step word problems, for today, you're going to be able to identify the whole and parts in a word problem, identify what you know and what you don't know in a word problem, explain how you solve for the unknown, use a question mark in an equation to show the unknown, and solve the word problem using an addition and or subtraction equation, and draw a visual to explain your work. So first, let's talk about when you're solving one-step word problems. When we read a one-step word problem, it's really important that we think about what it is asking us to do. So to do that, we have a 4-step read strategy. That means we read the problem 3 times, and then each time we read it, we think about a different thing. So the first step in our reads strategy is to read the word problem and think what's happening in the word problem. If you're successful, you'll be able to retell in your own words what's happening. The second time you read is step 2. Think about what the numbers mean. So can you describe what the numbers are and how they're important? Our third read thinks about understanding the question. So what is the question asking you to do? Can you explain how to solve the problem? And then the 4th step is to solve the word problem. So we've already read the word problem 3 times, and now we need to choose a model to use. So thinking about how are you able to successfully show that you are understanding a word problem. So when we are thinking about all those words that I just talked about, we need to think about a couple of really important words that are going to help us understand what's happening in the word problem and explain it to somebody else. The first one we're going to talk about is start. The start is in the word problem what you're starting with. You'll see what I mean when we get to solving word problems. The next one is change, which means how is the word problem changing? So which one of the numbers is changing what you're doing? And then result. The result is what happens when the change happens. So after the change happens, the result is what's after. And you also heard me say the word unknown. So when we talk about an unknown, it's what we don't know in the word problem. It's kind of what we're solving for. When we're thinking about equations, we can also think about the words part, whole, and equation. It's a Q in there. You can't see the bottom of it, but when we think about all these words, we're really going to be able to solve this word problem successfully. So let's get started. This is the first word problem I have. And remember, we want to read the word problem 3 times, and each time we're going to think about something different. So when I read this word problem, I want you to think with me, how are you understanding the word problem? Ronan had 11 marbles. He gave some away. Now he has 6 left. How many marbles did Ronan give away? So I know that Ronan has marbles and he's giving some away. Notice, friends, what I'm doing with my hands. This is going to help you think about what's happening in the problem. So Ronan had marbles and he gave some away, and now he has something left. Okay. I think I understand what's happening in this problem. Let's read it a second time. Ronan had 11 marbles. He gave some away. Now he has 6 left. How many marbles did Ronan give away? Okay, so he had 11 marbles at the beginning. I'm going to use the word start. So he started with 11 marbles, and then he gave some away. So because he's giving some away, that's the change. And now he has 6 left, so that's the result. Okay. Step 3. What is the question asking me to do? Ronan had 11 marbles. He gave some away. Now he has 6 left. How many marbles did Ronan give away? Okay, so I think the problem is asking me to find a part because he had 11 to start with, and then he gave away some, so that's subtraction, and then he has 6 left. I think I'm ready to start this problem. Now, There's a couple of things that I could do when I'm looking at my word problem. I can circle my numbers. So I know 11 is right here and 6 is right here. So as I was explaining it, I remembered that 11 is my start. So I'm actually going to write start here. And 6 was my result. But I know I also had a change. Oh, because he gave some away, which means I don't know the sum, but I do know that this is change. So that's my unknown. Notice I'm putting a question mark to mark that it's my unknown. So now I can draw a picture. So I know that there's 11 to start with, so I'm going to draw 11 circles. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Okay, so because I drew 11 to start with, I'm just going to write 11 because I know I need to write an equation to solve. So he gave some away, so he gave away, so he's subtracting, and I don't know how many he gave away. But I do know that after the result was 6. So friends, notice how I'm taking what I've already worked through and I'm putting it into an equation. So I know this is my start, this is my change, and my result. Okay, now I know because I'm subtracting some, I could do this a couple of ways. I also know, because I know my fact families, that I can rewrite this subtraction equation and I could make it another subtraction equation or an addition equation. So watch how I do this. So I know the other fact family could be 11 minus 6 equals question mark, or my unknown. I know that I could add my parts together, so 6 plus my unknown equals 11, and my unknown plus 6 equals 11. So now I'm going to think which one of these makes the most sense for me to solve right now. I know that I can solve this one, so I'm going to start with this one. 11 minus 6 equals unknown. So I have my 11 dots, and to show a picture, I'm going to just cross out my 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Because it asked me in this equation right here to subtract 6. So now I can think, okay, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 left. So that means Ronan gave 5 marbles away. So I'm going to write that in an answer sentence. Ronan gave 5 marbles away. Okay, now I'm going to check, does that match this question? Ronan gave 5 marbles away. Does that answer the question, how many marbles did Ronan give away? Yeah. And does 5 make sense? So if he has 6 left, and he gave 5 away, so 6 plus 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and that matches my whole. Friends, when I think about this kind of problem, this is how I can draw a picture to show my thinking, and we use the 3-read strategy. So now I want you to think, are you able to use the picture strategy to solve different word problems? See you next time.